Catch the highlights of Jonathan Majors' first interview, post the guilty verdict so you don't need to watch the entire thing.
So let's go back to March 25th for a moment. She sees a text from another woman. Things seem to spiral from there.
Yes.
What happened next?
I cop to it. I show her, right? It's in my hand. She grabs it. We scuffle for the phone.
Jabari testified she grabbed the phone, and then I felt a heavy thud on top of me, what I knew to be the weight of him on top of me, and him trying to pry the phone out of my fingers. In the criminal complaint, she alleged Majors struck her in the face with an open hand, causing substantial pain and a laceration behind her ear. That Majors grabbed her hand, causing swelling, bruising, and substantial pain to her finger, and that he put his hand on her neck, causing bruising.
But if he really attacked her like she said, that's way beyond just self-defense or trying to get your phone back with some reasonable force.
But Majors claims Jabari attacked him in a jealous rage, ripping his coat, scratching his face and his arm. Photos he took and says are of his injuries were shared with Impact, yet were deemed inadmissible in court.
I'm calm. I'm busted. She is not calm. There was alcohol involved.
Both of you?
I had some drinks as well, yeah.
Comments like that don't really make you come across sympathetically. It seemed like you were trying to put the blame on her drinking, only for it to be pointed out that you were doing the same thing too.
So she ends up with a 1-inch cut behind her ear.
Laceration, yes, ma'am.
Fractured finger.
Yeah.
How did those injuries come about?
I wish to God I knew. That would give clarity. That would give me some type of peace about it.
But you're confident you didn't cause
I have no
them.
question.
Like really?
I pick her up. I put her back in the car. I'm trying to get rid of her. I'm trying to get away from her. As the video shows, you know, second biggest mistake of my life. I try to keep her in the car.
He should have owned up to the chance that he might have unintentionally hurt her trying to get his property back. But claiming he never hurt her is how he got the guilty verdict, given the size difference and the fact that, well, guys are generally stronger than girls.
We get out, we walk across the street, I escort her across the street. The moment we get across the street, she grabs me, she goes for the phone. I get free of her and I run.
What made you run?
Fear.
Of what she might do?
No, not what she might do. Well, I just got smacked up, you know, for one. It was an animal impulse. Save yourself. Get away from this. And that's what I went to do.
From the video, I'm leaning towards thinking he's also a victim. Yeah, he messed up, but she snagged his phone.
After the incident, Majors spent the night at a hotel. Security footage shows Jabari out at a nightclub with 3 strangers before she returns to the apartment she shared with Majors. After Majors came home that morning, he found Jabari unconscious and called 911.
Can we just talk about how strange it is that she hit the town partying right after the incident and was then found passed out in the apartment the next morning? Correct me if I'm off base here. I don't want to blame the victim, but this just feels off to me.
Body camera footage from the officers who arrived at their apartment shows Majors covering Jabari with a blanket and then bringing police to their bedroom suite closet where she was lying on the floor. Officers noticed marks on her body, and pictures presented at trial show Jabari's fractured finger and a laceration behind her ear. Majors was arrested and charged with assault and harassment and was released on his own recognizance. Shortly after he broke up with Jabari, Majors began appearing with actress Megan Good. She's been devoted to Majors, coming with him every day to court. He held a gold leaf Bible in one hand and her hand in the other.
And she's held me down like a Coretta.
Comparing Megan Good to Coretta Scott King is kinda wild. I dig Megan, but there's a huge difference between a ride-or-die girlfriend in 2024 and Coretta Scott King. Coretta stuck with MLK because he had a massive mission that wasn't just about him. Plus, it was the 1950s, and women had fewer moves to make. Back then, standing by your man was pretty much the only real play.
There was a Rolling Stone article that said going back to college, you had abusive relationships, emotional and physical.
The emotion is always an interesting thing because it's a bit subjective. One person's experience of something may not necessarily be some other person's experience of something. That said, I was not the best boyfriend all the time.
Looks like he's had some solid media training, but I kinda wish he'd just shoot straight with the answers. It'd feel more real.
But never hit a woman.
Never hit a woman. My hands have never struck a woman, ever.
But on December 18th, a jury found Majors guilty of assaulting and harassing Jabari inside the car, clearing Majors of a charge that said he intentionally assaulted Jabari, downgrading it to reckless assault, a misdemeanor.
Not guilty of the assault in the third degree intentionally suggests that the jury says he didn't mean to hurt her. But they did say that he was guilty of reckless assault, meaning that he basically conducted himself in a way where he should have known better and unintentionally injured someone else.
Major's legal team pursued a strategy claiming he was innocent and didn't harm his ex, leading to the verdict. If they had opted for a self-defense argument, he might have had a better chance, demonstrating that his ex got injured while he was defending himself from physical harm or trying to reclaim his property like his phone could have swayed the jury.
Were you reckless?
I was reckless with her heart,
Not with her body.
not with her body.
Dude answers questions like a politician, and people don't trust politicians.
You feel that you did anything wrong on the night of March 25th?
I wouldn't have picked her up. I wouldn't have put her back in the car. I wouldn't have tried to keep her in the car. I would have gotten out that car and ran immediately.
After that whole Johnny Depp and Amber Heard drama, I've learned to hold off on passing judgment, even post-trial. As of now, it seems like Jonathan Majors' career might be done. He doesn't have the Johnny-level clout for a comeback. Everyone and their neighbor has dropped him. Share your thoughts in the comments, and hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.